Over the next few minutes, I want to just talk you through some nutrition bits that's going to save you the stress and anxieties of choosing foods, essentially, when it comes to your diet and the foods that you choose to consume towards your goal. And it's going to require us to let go of some preconceived ideas that we have. So we need to let go of the idea of having correct and incorrect answers when it comes to nutrition. It's going to require us to let go of the idea that there are good and bad foods or diets. Over the last few decades, we've seen so many different diets coming through, preaching one thing and another. So we've got things like the Atkins diet, the Cambridge diet, the cabbage soup diet, you name it, it's been there, we've had it, we've seen it, and they've preached something. Now, one of the things these guys have in common, all these different diets, is that they tell you to eat more of the good stuff and less of the bad stuff. The good stuff being the stuff they're selling, the bad stuff being everything else. The problem is, if you start comparing multiple diets together, some guys will say this stuff is good, whilst the other guys are saying the same stuff is bad, and vice versa. So then we suddenly end up in this predicament going, well, they said it's good, you've said it's bad, is it good or bad? So I'm not surprised that the majority of clients that I see, and maybe some of you guys listening to this now, are confused with nutrition, because it's confusing when you've got people, these experts and these people that are devising these diets telling you that these are good whilst others are arguing the same stuff is bad. And the point of this video isn't to say this diet is good, that diet is bad, and you should do this, you should do that. It's actually breaking that all down, going realistically, making life really simple. Context ends up being everything as to whether a food decision you make is going to be good or bad for you in that moment in time. We need to take ourselves away from the childish argument of chocolate is bad because it's high in sugar. If you are having a really shit day and you know that having a small chocolate bar will just give you that boost to either get through the day or to feel a little bit better, is that not good? Okay, chocolate may not have the same nutritional value, vitamins, minerals, as, say, some fruit. But is that going to settle your mental state right there and then to make you feel a bit better and be able to carry on with your day without having an emotional breakdown? Potentially. We need to stop thinking in such definitive terms and start thinking on our feet, having an understanding of some nutritional principles to make decisions there and then. If we continue to demonize particular foods, this is probably the reason why people fear certain food groups. Carbs are one party, there are a party of people that fear carbs because they are scared that they make you gain weight. Now, we know from the research and things like that that that's not the case. Outside of caloric intake, i.e. basically if you eat too many calories you will gain weight. It is not the consumption of carbohydrates in particular that cause you to gain weight. Likewise, it's exactly the same with fat. We have the reverse camp, that people are scared of fatty foods because they believe that eating fat will make you fat. The reality is this: all foods contain calories of sorts. There are going to be foods that are higher in calories. There are foods that also are going to be higher in nutritional value, i.e. having more vitamins and minerals. But on the flip side, there's going to be foods that are low in calories and low in nutritional vitamins, minerals and things like that. But like I've said, if you're having a bad day and you know that that chocolate bar is going to make that day a bit more manageable, then that's a good thing for you right there and then. Rather than having an apple and a banana that's not going to quite hit the spot because it's not the chocolate bar that you really want. But what we need to bear in mind in general is just the goal at hand. If we are looking to lose weight, then we just need to understand that those higher calorie options aren't going to be the things that we choose to consume all the time, because they'll make sticking to the process of working towards the goal a bit harder. But we must understand that if we do choose that chocolate bar for the emotional mental health reasons, then we just need to understand that those calories contribute to our daily intake, which contribute to our goal. So hopefully you can start to get the picture of what I'm saying here. If we can take away the idea of good and bad, correct and incorrect, we can probably move forwards less stressfully, because we can just understand the decisions that we are making and how they affect us going forwards. And we can be okay with that. This isn't an easy process, because we're trying to overcome our belief systems that we have ingrained in us right now. So I'm not saying that you just go away straight away and you can do this. That's not what I'm saying. But what we can start doing is start working on these belief systems, start understanding that our decisions are contextual to that time right now. And with our underlying goal at hand, we need to make the best decisions going forwards. So again, alluding to the weight loss example, if I'm having a bad day, I want that chocolate bar, but I know it's going to contribute 250 calories to my daily intake. I know I'm going to have to then switch to a lower calorie option later on in the day so I can be within my calorie intake. But that's okay, because I know I've made that decision, because I know that chocolate bar is going to make me feel a little bit better. Okay, I know I'm not going to get the same vitamins and minerals as if I had some fruit options for the same calories. But deep down upstairs, I feel a bit better, and I can just finish my day feeling better, because our mental health is very much inclusive to our total health, rather than having the fruit option, feeling unsatisfied and being a bit pissed off that I didn't have that chocolate bar, but I've still had the calories. So if you have any questions based on this, or you want to continue this kind of line of conversation, hit me up with a message, because it's really interesting. It's difficult, and I'd love to try and help any of you try and start building this process of less black and white, less good and bad, less right and wrong, so you can start to enjoy your nutrition a little bit more and your fitness journey without the stresses of nutrition.